What's up, YouTube? And this is me, Southwest. I know I normally post 2K videos, but this is way better than 2K, in my opinion. I gotta post this. All you Black Ops fans, check this out. This is the interview.
On and get ready for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Joining us today is Mark Lamia, studio head. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so right now, before we even really get started, I want to take a look at right now. This is something that nobody's actually seen before. This is the load screen. I like it. It's very brooding.
Yeah, well, you probably wouldn't want to, use this guy in a dark place. It's pretty Black Ops.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, we have, I think, the year's most anticipated game here right now in our studio. So will you talk a little bit about what the story is?
Sure. So the game takes place primarily in the year 2025, and you're going to be playing as David Mason. You're on the hunt for the villain, Raul Menendez, and he is he's stoking the fire of Cold War fiction that we created in that year 2025 between the United States and China. Now, some of this game also takes place in the 1980s, and during that era, when you're going to be playing with characters that you played with in Black Ops, Alex Mason, Frank Woods, Jason Hudson, and that's when you're going to learn the origins of this villain, and what his motivations are, what he's going after. And when you talk about creating a fiction in the year 2025, the Cold War scenario, and the Black Ops that are going to be surrounding it, well, that's what this level is that we're going to be showing you here today. That's what these Strike Force levels are all about. It's about these proxy wars in the year 2025. There are going to be these hot spots. They introduce non-linearity to campaign structure. So at some point in the level, JSOC's going to be coming to you, and you're going to be in charge of a Black Ops team. This is not the character arc that you're playing as David Mason, right? This is the character, this is the geopolitical arc of the game. There's these different arcs, different stories in the game, and what you're doing is they're coming to you and they're saying, look, there's this hot spot here, we need to send in a Black Ops unit, but you're going to get a choice of one. And in this case, we've gone to Singapore. And, like I said, it introduces not only the campaign, but what you're also going to see is it introduces sandbox gameplay and all kinds of new gameplay elements. Shannon is right now playing it straight up, first-person shooter, gun-in-hand, boots on the ground, like you'd expect from Call of Duty. But you also notice that she can do a lot of other things, and I think that's what this mode is going to be all about. There's going to be a lot of unique gameplay. How you want to take on these levels will be up to you.
So now she could do it in a different, she could sort of do the sort of standard Rambo method. She can kind of do it a different way.
She could, absolutely. So, for example, if she wants to, right now what she's done is she's gone to Overwatch mode, and she's taking a more strategic approach to the level. She wants to take a look at where her Black Ops squad is. She wants to take a look at what the enemies are doing, and she's laying down some waypoints for her squad and for the equipment that she has on the battlefield. Right now she's moved into one of the units there, and she's doing some battle. But she can also take control of all of the technology in the battlefield in this particular level. Now, each of these levels are going to be different. You're not necessarily going to come in with the same equipment in each one of these levels. In this one, there's an interesting match going on where you are fighting a team that also has the technology in the battlefield there. So she was just fighting the Claw there, right? That's the cognitive land assault weapon. That is a heavy piece of machinery. She's an assault sentry right now. She just decided, you know what, I want to take over the battlefield fast and agile to take on this heavy cognitive land assault weapon that would have totally wiped her out and tried to go toe-to-toe with it as a Black Ops.
Now, is this something that she could actually, complete the whole level in Overwatch, or is this something that, you really got to get in there and do the fighting on your own?
You can complete this level however you want. That's actually the cool thing about it. It's one of the things we were going after. We wanted to be able to provide choice and non-linearity and some sandbox gameplay to that Call of Duty experience. We have cinematic gameplay that everyone loves from Call of Duty. We have that there in space. These are entirely new missions that will allow you to actually take over whatever you want that's available on the battlefield. In this case, she thought,
Yeah, I see the signature quadcopters there.
Absolutely. So, but, she could take over and play the quadcopter. So why don't you do that right now?
Titus, why are you throwing stuff?
And she just jumped into her. Instead of having